Hi everybody, Billy Joe here. How are you doing tonight? Wishing everybody peace and love and prosperity. Here we are again with another secret window that has opened. I don't know if I can get through the whole recording before the secret window closes at midnight, but I will try to get in as much information as I can. I have spent a good 2 hours breaking it down even before I started taking this video. So there's a lot to get through here, so let's get started. So we have, as you can see, the dollar supply is rapidly decreasing, and from the last time I checked, it's come down at least 1 million. And see, the yellow arrows are indicating that that amount is being pulled out of the system and into the gold and silver. Nothing is going in there yet, but once this dollar supply is totally taken out, then we should see it go into the silver and the gold for us. And down at the bottom, the money ratio is still showing at good old 1776 nation. That's no coincidence. Doesn't say nation, but okay. So let's get to the message here. There's a lot to uncover, and my throat's a little bit sore, so I may have to take some sips out of my water here. Now, this here looks very appealing to the eye, and to me it's more just for, like, the first glance is more of an excuse me, more of an entertainment thing. It's just like, wow, look at this. But there's so much information here, and it just blows my mind away at how deep these messages can go. I've uncovered a lot, and I will reveal a lot in this video, but I'm going to be keeping some of the information to myself as well, because, you know, I have a lot of respect for the military, and I don't know how much I should reveal, if any, but then I think to myself, if they didn't want anybody to know anything, then they wouldn't be putting it online for people like me to come along and pick it apart. So either they will love me and offer me a job, or they'll lock me up. Hopefully the latter doesn't happen, but here I am, and here we go. So this whole system here, the main message that I get out of it is that they are basically showing us and telling us what the cabal wanted to do to us, what their plans were for us if they had succeeded, which they haven't succeeded, which they're not going to succeed, and is not going to happen. Up at the top here, CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, Federal Secure Digital Token. And it's like in 3 different sections here. Look at the black, so that's the top part, this is the middle, and then the 3rd section is sectioned off in a black square with a male and a female, and he's to buy some ice cream and she's there to serve him. Okay, so let's get into this further. So the CBDC, as we know, central bank digital currency, the cabal, they basically wanted to control, that was their main objective, of everything. of how we think, what we do, how we eat, all that stuff. So in this central bank digital currency, they wanted to control what and if we bought anything or how we buy it, when we buy it. CBDC is not the new system, and that is again just what the bad guys wanted to do to us, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so if you think that, just get it out of your head. Okay, this is part of the psychological operation, because that's what they did want to do to us, and we need to learn. We need to learn from those things, and the psychological operation is continuing so that we do learn from it. Okay, but it's not going to happen. So we will read through it here, and what the little boy is, where the male is saying, what the server, the female, is saying. Lock out some sort of calculator, I believe, and it's got a little lock on the screen. And the boy says, "I'll take a medium twist cone." I'm sorry, but we don't accept cash. Okay, fine. I will beam it to you. I'm sorry, sir, but your purchase is coming up declined on our side. That's impossible. I've got plenty of money in my account. I'm sure, but I see a special code 186. Oops, there must be some mistake. No, sir, it means that you're not allowed to buy anything of a sustainable or satisfying nature. Shucks, I guess that means no more crypto loading or silver stacking. Okay, and then we have an image here of an ice cream cone, and Thomas X is back again, as in the other video. The last secret window, Thomas X was there as well, but I do believe that this is revealed different information tonight than what applied to the last video that I did with Thomas X. Okay, so let's get into this here. I normally do the mathematical end of it, just using my head and a pen and a piece of paper, but there was so much to decode here that I did use a Gematria calculator for it. And for those that don't know, a Gematria is basically alphanumeric coding, and it breaks down alphanumeric, and so numbers, words, not just single words, sometimes phrases, and also numbers, and they all have meaning, and it's absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, it's well, mind-boggling might not be the proper word for it, but it's absolutely fascinating to me. So I really enjoy this. So CBDC, when you do the alphanumeric gematria on that, it equals 12, and the federal secure digital token, it equals a total of 249, and I will come back to those two numbers. Okay, so lockout, I put that word into the Gematria calculator, and that has a total of 97, and along with the numeric, it also gives phrases or words of everything else that matches up with the same numeric code. So lockout 97, and I'm going to go through them all, and I will tell you what words or phrases come up with with it as well. So lockout is 97, and what is associated with that is stolen and crypto. The next one, you'll notice here, I'll take a medium twist cone. Okay, twist cone is highlighted, so is cash, so is beam, so is declined, so is plenty of money, so is code 186, oops, mistake, satisfying nature, crypto loading, silver stacking. See, all of those words in this area are bold. Like, they're all bold lettering, but this is bold, and it's highlighted more. So those are the words that I'm going to be decoding. Okay, so lockout we already went through. Stolen crypto. Twist cone has a total gematria of 128, and I'll explain the significance of these numbers after. The words that are associated with 128 as well is 7-Eleven, Elon Musk, and Adolf Hitler. Next one is cash, total gematria 31. Other words associated with it that stood out to me was safe and DHS. So cash, safe, DHS, which I'm pretty certain is Department of Homeland Security. So to me, that's telling me cash is safe, Department Homeland Security. The next one, beam. Beam has a total gematria of 21. And there was a lot of pages of names and initials that went along with beam that had the same total gematria of 21. Pages and pages of them. So, and the next one is decline. Decline has a total gematria of 56. Other words associated with the same number that pulled up with it was the end, ISIS, and Klaus Schwab. Declined. The next one is plenty of money, has a total gematria of 185. Other words that or phrases that go along with plenty of money is Donald J. Trump, stock market crash, Book of Revelation, November 11th. November 11th has come up a lot for me in a lot of decodes that I've done, especially in the last month and a half. November 11th. I keep getting that date. So, plenty of money, Donald J. Trump, stock market crash, Book of Revelation, November 11th, and your inheritance. The next one, code 186, total gematria 27. There was a Q post that I remember with the same 186 that related to racketeering charges. And also 186 relates to gas, and also US 186. U.S. Code 186 applies to restrictions on financial transactions. The next one is oops, with a total gematria of 65. Other words that came up with the same total is Florida, music, Rihanna, and Barack Obama. There's a lot of other things as well, but these I'm just mentioning a few things that really stand out to me. The next one, mistake. Mistake has a total gematria of 78. Other words that have the same number is October, let's go, red wave, remove, and Tucker. The next one, satisfying nature. Now, satisfying nature has a total gematria of 208. Other words or phrases that have the same is fascist psychopath, don't stop believing, Zelensky drug addict, return the diamonds, turn off the lights, it won't be long now, may God bless you all, Brunson Brothers, Evelyn de Rothschild, they cloned Tyrone, and win the Mega Millions. That all came up with satisfying nature. The next one, crypto loading. Crypto loading has a total gematria of 159. Other words associated with it, John F. K. Jr., Mark Zuckerberg, biological weapon, Bilderberg Group, and mass shooting. Notice also there is a silver, like a dime, and the date on it is, I blew it up earlier, 1964. I'm sure that that has some significance. Added those numbers, I don't know, I haven't gotten into that yet. And a gold Bitcoin. So, and now silver, we did crypto loading, yes, okay, silver stacking. Silver stacking, total gematria of 169. Other words that go along with the same numeric code is the Great Awakening, digital currency, your reality, empty shelves, laptop from hell, and the stock market, and Marburg virus. Marburg virus, as I had researched, was going to be not, of course, a real virus, but a code for when announced was a code for when the military may do lockdowns. Possible. Okay, and then, so that is the middle area, and then I moved down to this here, the ice cream cone, and I thought, well, it's not highlighted, but I'm going to go ahead and decode delicious and ice cream and let us do you a flavor and see what I come up with. And to my surprise, when I punched in individually delicious with a total gematria of 97, the words that came up that were associated with it was stolen crypto, popcorn, fentanyl, Save America, convert. Ice cream, total gematria of 57, words associated with it, Tulsa, vaccine, swan. Doesn't say black swan, just says swan. And let us do you a flavor. Kind of catchy. Total gematria 232, words associated with it, words or phrases, the secret mystical code, you make your own choices. The next one is 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. That one was, I thought about that, and it was kind of, I didn't know how to take that. And then, my mind went off and I started thinking, what would they mean by that? Let us do you a flavor. And 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And I wonder if they were talking about children. See, these are all codes that give us information of, a lot of different operations that are, top secret, and that they have, they're clearing all this stuff out and all this evil stuff that had gone on, right? So, and it all kind of gets locked into a code. So also let us do you a flavor. Mark Mark Elliott Zuckerberg, and all slavery abolished, all fell under the same 232 Gematria code. And then I went down to Thomas X, and I thought, well, might as well break that down. I've broken everything else down. So at first I did it together, Thomas X together, with a total gematria of 100, and the words that were associated with it were digital gold, key and scale, and weighed and locked. So I believe what that is telling me is that they have the gold, and it has been weighed, scale, and it's under lock and key. That's what I get out of that. So, and then I thought, well, what happens if I separate it? Instead of breaking it down all together, Thomas X, let's separate it. So this really kind of blew me away. So I just did X on it by itself with the total gematria of 24, and the only thing that came up for X, other than pages and pages and pages of initials of what I believe to be initials of people's names. Other than that, the only word that came up, are you ready for this? Canada. That was the only word that came up, other than lots and lots and lots of initials. And then I did Thomas by itself. No X, just Thomas, with a total gematria of 76. The words that were associated with it were Ripple, Titanic, Black Rock, Disney, Moist, Anal Sex, Human DNA, and Castro. Castro, as in Justin Trudeau Castro. So that all blew me away. So now that I've decoded all of that, I moved on to the number part of it. So I took all of those numbers that you heard me saying, right, and I added them all together. And I hope that you're following along with me okay here, just staring at the screen, but I didn't have a way of putting this on like a spreadsheet to show you. So let me see here. Okay. So this middle area here is, like I said, cut off from the top and cut off from the bottom. So the middle area here is one solid part. And in the center here, a lot of people might think that that is a green go button, but when you enlarge it, you can see lines through it, and you've probably seen memes and pictures online of that being blown up. And what that actually represents is the matrix. It's a matrix. So matrix can also be, they're mirrored, right? So keep that in mind for in a little bit what I'm going to explain to you. So the matrix is just a picture, it's not a word, but I thought, oh, I'm going to decode the word matrix. So that's what I did. Matrix has a total gematria of 85, and the words associated with matrix is, this just shocked me, just, because the reality of it is there's no way that all these words could come out the way that they do without them not meaning something. So the words that go with matrix with the same number is the door, library, events, get ready, silver, storm, blackout, the devil, the Pope, Joe Rogan, awakening, reptile, actress, Hillary, stolen, Sinclair, George Soros, and it's that sick. So that was a lot. That was a big door. That was a big door, and there was so much more. But I've said enough right there. And then I thought, well, what if I take the matrix and the code 186 and put it all together as a phrase? So I did gematria on matrix code 186 all together with a total gematria of 112. And the words or phrases that were associated with it were decode Titanic, hold the line, telepy, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Telepathy, sorry, it's telepathy. I'm getting tired. My brain needs to rest. And so decode Titanic, hold the line, telepathy, scary event, Sandy Hook, X Jinping, and Vladimir Putin. I find that really ironic because what are we, we know that the big scare is a nuclear event, and it's, with everything happening right now, and it's in the fake mainstream news media, that the Russians and China are getting ready to war, which isn't going to happen. But it's that all comes up with the matrix code 186. Okay, and so I also did gematria on all of those words that we just spoke about that are highlighted: twisted cone, cash, beam, decline, plenty of money, code 186, oops, mistake, satisfying nature, crypto, loading, silver, stacking, all the ones that are in this main center area. And I put them all together to decode them at once, all together. And it had a total gematria of 958. Okay, and you break that down when you're doing the numerology part of it. Break it down to its lowest form, and the lowest form is 22. And with that came fake Bibi, which is the president of Israel, and died. So fake Bibi died came up altogether, plus 2 pages of initials of names. And also a big phrase came up when I typed that in with the same total of gematria, and it said the Zionist bankers will be blowing those trumpets out of their rumps as we run them off. I read that and I went, wow. So, and we're almost done here. Like I did a lot, but I have one more page of decode here that I want to share with you, and then I'm going to keep everything else to myself. So, to me, this is kind of the best part. So, 1, 2, 3 sections in my mind. I broke them off. 1, 2, 3 sections. So the top section, CBDC, Federal Secure Digital Token. And so I combined the alphanumeric value of both of those, and CBDC has a value of 12. So you break that down into the lowest form. Hopefully you can follow me along here. I'll try to explain it as best as I can, okay? So 12 into its lowest form. So you take the 12 and it's 1 plus 2. It becomes 1 plus 2, 12, okay? And 1 plus 2 equals 3, okay? Remember that number 3. And then Federal Secure Digital Token, total gematria of 249. So you take the 2, 4, 9, and you add them. 2 plus 4 plus 9 equals 15. Okay, take it down to its lowest form. 15 becomes 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. Okay, so we have a 3 from CBDC and a 6 from Federal Secure Digital Token. So you take those two numbers and you add them together. 3 plus 6 equals 9. Okay, and so then I did an alphanumeric decode on 9, which I already knew from previous decodes what it equals, and it equals the word JFK. So I've always known that JFK has the numerical number of 9. JFK actually has a numerical value of 27, but broken down, you see, you take the 2 plus the 7 and you get a total of 9, and that's JFK. Also, 9 has the same numerical value as Dad. So isn't that nice? It just kind of makes my heart tickle. When I came up with that, I'm like, man, there's it's a beautiful thing. So we have JFK, Dad, up top here. Isn't that sweet? Dad. And in the center, I did the same thing. All of those words there that are highlighted, I put them in their lowest form, right? And did a total on them. And in their lowest form, the grand total is 54. Now, it might not seem like a lot because of all of those words, but the total, you break it down, like lockout, for instance, is 97, but 97 becomes 9 plus 7, which is 16. So that equals 1 plus 6 equals 7. And you do that with all of those words, all of the way down. Okay, so it totals 54. But because this area is, quote, in the matrix, which is mirrored, okay, it has a double meaning. So you break 54 down like we did with the other numbers to its lowest form. 54, 5 plus 4 equals 9. So again, that's JFK, Dad, okay? But 54 is also mirrored, the mirrored matrix. So 54, you mirror it. 54 becomes 45, 45, 45. And as we know who 45 is, Donald J. Trump. So the middle is Donald J. Trump and JFK, Dad. Down at the bottom, I did the same thing with the value of these words, and delicious in its lowest form becomes 7. Ice cream in its lowest numerical form becomes 3. And let us do you a flavor in its lowest numerical form becomes 7. So we take those three numbers, 7 plus 3 plus 7 equals 17. And we all know what the 17th letter of the alphabet is. It's Q. So the bottom is Q, the middle, Donald J. Trump, and JFK, Dad, and the top is Dad, JFK. Isn't that just amazing? And I get the goosebumps when I do these things, and they fill me with so much amazement and hope, and it's just it's so fulfilling to know that there's absolutely no way that all of this is coincidental, because it's not. It's meant to be, and we have the most magnificent, powerful forces working in our favor. I can't even describe it. I love these people. I love Donald J. Trump. I love the military, and I have so much respect and appreciation just to be alive right now. You know, it's been a very difficult time for all of us to get through, but we've made it this far, and I hope that you find at least some positivity out of this video, and I hope that you be blessed, and we have a lot of it coming our way, and I want to wish you well, and I want to wish you love and peace and prosperity, and hang in there, okay? We're not done yet, but we're very, very close to the finish line, and it couldn't be any more clear to me. So just hang in there. Good night.